to hear many stories about UFO sightings, but for now I remained firmly in the skeptic's camp. Perhaps the person who took me closest to believing in things I'd normally have thought were impossible was Bushman. He is a senior scientist for Lockheed Martin, the world's biggest defense contractor. In the quest for breakthroughs in aircraft propulsion, it was Bushman's job to think beyond the frontiers of what is known and understood. Doing what he did, I strongly suspected that he lived on the fringes of the black world. Perhaps nervous of what he could and couldn't say, he certainly seemed to talk in riddles.
I believe that nature does not speak English. What nature tells us is what must be honored. It has been talking to us in many domains, and we have data sets that we're still trying to understand. But I can't talk to all the theoreticians because there don't exist theories where I am. What we have is wonderful, and it comes from miracles occurring. But that we will see will not be what we have. And I therefore tell my team, if you know anything, I really don't want to talk to you, because everything we know is already gone to production. Now, if there's something you kind of wonder, or if you think of, or etc., let's take those steps to the future. And that's what we always have to do, is walk literally. Kind of a lonely walk, but a very, very rewarding walk, to listen where languages are not taught and verbalization is not used, but we have to learn its language.
I felt he was trying to tell me something he wasn't allowed to talk about. So I asked him about the holy grail of science fiction, anti-gravity propulsion.
I do notice in recent publications that one of the latest group of my colleagues have said that they have evidence, because of the separation of the galaxies, that there is an anti-gravity. I went back to some of the first work on gravity done by Galileo, and he climbed his Leaning Tower of Pisa and dropped 2 stones. They arrived at the ground at the same time. I climbed my Leaning Tower of Building 500 here at the company, and I dropped my 2 weights that were exactly the same weight, and they did not arrive at the ground at the same time. I had purposely placed opposing magnets that didn't like each other, like 2 norths together, and I had already done an iron filing test that showed that it was showering out an entire magnetic plane, and I wanted to see how that magnetic plane interfaced with gravity.
He showed me a film of extraordinary experiments that had been done in Canada 10 years ago. A scientist there appeared to have found a way of getting objects to defy gravity by beaming different energy waves at them. Most people had written it off as a conjuring trick, but Bushman took it seriously and was trying to develop his own techniques.
I'm refining and heading towards something that all you have to do is charge, and it is lifting up. It is losing weight. When we complete the technology, it should fly.
I was astounded that someone of Bushman's standing should seriously discuss the notion of anti-gravity with me. His experimental work opened up a world of possibilities that for me has made the unbelievable believable.